Okay, here's an example where you've got to find the angle between a line and a plane. Now, this is a really good IB question which tests your understanding of what the question means more than the actual technique in itself. So you'll see that you're given the equation of a line in parametric form. Now you can convert that into vector form if you like, or into Cartesian. But you're asked to find the coordinates where the line crosses the XY plane, and that's a key part of this question, understanding what that means. So with all these questions, it's good to have a visual idea of what this means in your head, or even better if you can draw it on paper. So in the diagram underneath, I've tried to draw what I think is the XY plane. So I've put my axes, the X and the Y and the Z there. So the XY plane is represented by this plane down here. The line, it's going to cut through that plane at some point at this point here. And what we're going to try and do is find the coordinates of that point, that red dot there. So as I said, what is the XY plane? What do we know about it? What I would ask you to do here is pause the video and just think about that for a moment. Okay, so the important thing about the XY plane is something to do with what you know about the Z coordinate. The Z coordinate at the XY plane is equal to, well, it's equal to 0, and that's the really key thing. So if you know that the Z coordinate is equal to 0 on this plane, then the Z coordinate is equal to 0 for the line here, and that's really useful for helping us find the point that we want. Okay, so what we're going to do is use the fact that we know that Z is equal to 1 there and work out our parameter t, and then using that we will work out the coordinates of the point. Okay, so the Z coordinate is equal to 0. That's what we're going to use here. So 0 is equal to 1 plus 5t, and what we can do now is work out this value of t from that equation. So t is going to be equal to, or 5t is going to be equal to minus 1, t is equal to minus 1/5. What I can do now with that value of t is substitute it into here to work out my x coordinate, and here to work out my y coordinate. Okay, pause the video and see if you can do that yourself. Okay, so if you've done that correctly, you will have found that x equals 2 3/5 and y is equal to 4 3/5. So that is those are the coordinates of the point that intersects the line and the plane there. Okay, just to remind you then that the key point about that is understanding that the XY plane has got a coordinate, or the Z coordinate, equal to 0.